Shut up and sit down.
What's the story, people of the internet? I'm the Major, and this is the Minor Midweek. And this week we're going to be talking about some of the League Cup matches that are coming up. We're going to be talking about the UEFA Super Cup, and then because it's going to be a relatively short episode, I'm going to go through some of the big scores in Europe and also some of the big moments in the Premier League. So all of the League Cup matches this week are on ESPN Plus on their streaming service. I do have that, so if I have time I'm going to try and watch a couple of them. This round of the League Cup, obviously it's a lot of the smaller teams, so there's not really any big matches. The only big match is Leicester versus Arsenal, and the only reason that that's big, quote unquote, is because it's an all Premier League affair. There are other Premier League teams playing. Manchester United are playing Luton, but there aren't any big rivalry matches or anything like that. So yeah, all of those Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, and they are all on ESPN Plus. The UEFA Super Cup on Thursday, it's Bayern Munich against Sevilla. Just touching on Bayern Munich, they won 8-0 over the weekend, and if you haven't seen it, I would recommend going and watching Lewandowski's assist for, it was either the 7th or the 8th goal. To do a Rabona cross like that in the penalty box with defenders around you is just so cheeky. It's so cheeky, but he pulled it off and they scored, so credit to him. So I think Sevilla's going to have quite a hard task in front of them, but they did it against United, they did it against Inter Milan. They're one of those teams that you can't count out, but Bayern Munich just looks so powerful, so I don't think this is going to stop them. So yeah, I touched on the Bayern Munich 8-0. I also wanted to mention Inter Milan. They won 7-0. Now it was against Pisa, who have just come up from the Serie B, but still, 7-0 is quite an impressive result. Lautaro Martinez scoring a hat-trick. And then a big result from today, Real Madrid were held to a 0-0 draw away at Real Sociedad. So don't want to make any predictions too early, but are they missing Bale maybe? No one watching the golf course. So on to a little bit about the Premier League. So Everton they just look good. I know they were only playing West Brom, but they won 5-2. They just look good. They really do. Their defence, a little bit shaky, but everything midfield and attack, they're looking good this season. Leeds, another 4-3 game, but they won this time against Fulham. Very interesting newly promoted battle there, the 4-3. So Leeds were 4-1 up, and then Fulham came back to make it 4-3, almost equalising even. So very interesting. The less said about the Manchester United game, the better. Let's just say that it wasn't a penalty, and I completely disagree with that. And the retake was ridiculous. But that's all I'm going to say. Donny van de Beek got on the score sheet. Good for him. Credit to the lad. Arsenal beat West Ham 2-1. Like I said, it's not an easy season this season. West Ham shouldn't be in that position, but they fought hard, they fought well, and Arsenal put it to them in the 85th minute. So no easy games this season. Tottenham this morning, 5-2 against Southampton. Son, Harry Kane just running riot. Matt Doherty looks like an inspired signing from Mourinho. So look out for Spurs, especially with Gareth Bale. I mean, not to say he's going to light the league up, but being back at Spurs, back at his home, not his home club, but back at the club that launched him into the stratosphere, it could be a match made in heaven for the two of them. Brighton beating Newcastle 3-0. Now, not that Newcastle are the powerhouse that they once were, but still beating them 3-0 at St James's Park. It's pretty impressive. I thought that Brighton were going to be one of the teams definitely going down, but like I said, no easy matches. We'll save the big one for last, but Leicester 4, Burnley 2. Another pretty good game. Burnley scored first, Leicester went and took the lead 2-1. Burnley equalised and then it went 4-2. Sounded like a good game. Unfortunately I haven't seen that one, but that tags onto the Leicester-Arsenal game. Leicester's free scoring, Arsenal's relatively free scoring. I can see that being quite a high scoring game in midweek. So on to the big game, Liverpool against Chelsea. Liverpool ended up winning 2-0. Andreas Christensen ended up with a red card for a silly challenge. Pulled his man down, last man standing. You're always going to get a red card there. And I think that was the beginning of the end for Chelsea, because straight after half-time, 2 goals in quick succession, 54th and 57th minute, and it was all over from there. So I think Liverpool were always going to win against 10 men. Alisson saved a penalty as well in the 75th minute to keep the clean sheet. So Liverpool keep rolling on. Just hope they could play Leeds every week. But that's my bias showing through. So in total, there were 39 goals this Premier League weekend, and that's before the 2 games tomorrow. That's before Sheffield United against Aston Villa or City against Wolves. So very, very free-flowing, very, very good football this weekend. So keep an eye out for the League Cup matches. Manchester United's playing Luton on Tuesday. The Leicester-Arsenal game, that's on Wednesday. And then there's also the Super Cup, as I mentioned. And one thing about the Super Cup, it's on CBS Sports and Fubo TV. So if you have either of those two, it's on there. So on that note, I hope everyone is doing well, staying safe, keeping out of trouble, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching.